What's up guys, I'm Taylor with TK Disc Golf and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I've got my hand on a very special disc, the Proton Soft amp. You heard that right, the amp is back from the dead. 2019 was when it was put out of production along with a dozen other molds from MVP, and it is back with a limited release for this year's Music City Open 2025. It features awesome artwork with official licensing from Gibson Guitars, so cool to see the Gibson logo on here. It's one of my favorite musical brands. I've got a Gibson Les Paul myself, so really cool to see that collaboration with MVP and a very well-known brand. It's got the flight numbers 8 speed, 5 glide, minus half turn with 1.5 fade, making it a very dependable fairway driver off the tee for all skill levels. But before we dive into this review video, be sure to hit the subscribe button. We're trying to hit 4,000 subs and we're creeping so close. So if you wouldn't mind hitting that button for us, that'd be great. Let's dive into the review video. Now, for the first time ever in the 10-year history of this channel, I filmed a review video in the rain. I pretty much had no choice. The Midwest has been getting rocked with rain for the past week or so, and it's been absolutely brutal, and it's not letting up anytime soon, so I had to get out this weekend to get this video for you guys to enjoy. Starting off with some hyzer releases, the flight numbers of this amp give it a very neutral flight, but it allows it to lock in on pretty much whatever angle you release it on. So on hyzers, it's going to fly very straight for like the first 60-70% of the flight, and then it'll start to get that forward penetrating fade very nicely. Overall, your center line of the release, it's going to finish maybe 30 feet left, 35 feet left if you really commit to the hyzer. On flat releases, is super straight. This is where the bread and butter is for the amp, and I'm honestly no idea why MVP put this disc out of production anyway. It's got such a cult following. On those flat releases though, it'll get a little bit of turn. That minus half turn I think is pretty accurate, but overall, if you commit to it, it'll fly laser straight for easily 325 feet before it gets a very gentle push at the end. Overall, I was getting like 330-ish feet or so when thrown flat and on these low lines. The wind was pushing from a slight right to left tailwind, so it was really stable in the disc up a little bit, so I wasn't able to get too much turn out of it when thrown flat, and honestly it was stable in the disc up a little bit, so I had to keep the disc low, otherwise it was going to really hyzer out. And hyzer releases with this wind were a little bit of a challenge, but you can definitely see it'll hold that line if you put it on it, and it has a nice pan out towards the end, hitting nice and flat. Aim like 25 feet left of your target line of release and it'll get back to center, no problems there. Now, I normally try to keep our review videos pretty short and sweet and not do too many comparisons to other molds, but because the amp is an out of production disc coming back from the dead, I got to compare it to the old run amps. First and foremost, I've got my hands on the Neutron first run amp. This has got the super awesome Disc Nation stamp, and these ones were super understable for that first run. I would call the flight numbers closer to like a -2.5 to a -3 with a like 1.5 fade. So they were really flippy. You had to commit to that hyzer flip release. Obviously with this tailwind with a right to left push a little bit, it's stable in the disc up a little bit, and really if you threw it flat, you can tell it's just going to want to turn to the ground. Wasn't able to get a true good long panning shot due to the wind direction, but on the hyzer flip, man, it flips up nice and slow, laser straight for the whole flight, and that thing went probably about 350 feet, which is pretty good for me for an 8-speed. Next, I have just a normal patent pending Neutron stock stamp. I don't know what year I picked this one up. It's probably like a 2015 or something like that, but really flies pretty similar to the Proton Soft. Throw it flat, laser straight, maybe a little bit of a drift, not too much, and that's got that late hookup to overall result in a neutral flight. Very nice to see that it's consistent with the general stock release from what I can tell. But lastly, I did want to bring a first run Neutron Volt out to compare to, because a lot of people aren't aware that the Volts were actually relatively understable with a neutral flight when they first came out. Later on, they became much more beefy with a straight to overstable flight towards the end. The first run Volts, amazing S shots out of them. If you throw them flat, you can predict them to turn for quite a while before they have the late hookup like that. Honestly, flies like a super beat up modern Volt is what I would call it too, so that's why I wanted to throw it into the video for comparison. Overall, I'm beyond impressed with the Proton Soft version. It's got nice gumminess to it and some good flex as well. I think I am going to add it to the top of my bag for like the experimental section to see if it makes the main bag or not. Not entirely sure yet. There is a little bit of a gap between my Proton Tesla and the Streamline Shift that I'm bagging. The Shift is very understable, and the Tesla that I have has been in my bag since like 2013, 2014, something like that, and it's very beat up, so it's got a very straight to overstable finish at the end of it. So this one will be a nice in between those two, I think, and honestly the fairway driver class I like to throw is that 8, 9, 10 speed, whatever you want to call it. So those are fairway drivers to me. They get nice distance and are very easy to get up to speed for my arm. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick review video of the Proton Soft amp. I wish I could have gotten more course footage of it, but man, it was just just so disgusting with the rain. I had my camera set up with a plastic bag on it and underneath the trunk lid of my RAV4, so if I would have taken it out to the course, I just did not want to risk getting my camera destroyed. It's pretty expensive and I don't want to replace it, so water damage, bad. I just wanted to play it safe, get some field shots, and get a quick video out to you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our exclusive MVP content on this channel. I am on Team MVP, and that's all I throw, so we will see you on the next video.